Oh, and there's another one I forgot to include, which really, really, really sucks. So, I mean, yeah, my dad really sucked, and so did Caleb, but this one really, really sucked. So, there's this guy I work with, and his name was Steve, and he went missing one day, and we're all just like, oh, yeah, he calls out all the time, right? Okay, so it had been like 5 days after he had gone missing, and then we all heard, and I was at work, and we were all talking about it. And they're like, they found a body in the river. And we're like, oh God, let's hope it's not him. Let's hope it's not him. It's got to be somebody else. Maybe it was like a gambler that like was like, oh, I lost everything, and then jumped in and died, which would still be very sad. But none of us wanted to believe it was Steve. Unfortunately, like a couple days after that, it did turn out it was him, but it was really confusing because on the police website thing, and it wasn't even just that. It was like HR had gotten an email that said that he was found okay, and we're like, oh, he must have just got the crap kicked out of him, and he was like found naked in the woods or something, and we were all gonna be so happy, and we were talking about um how great it was going to be when he comes back to work, and we're all going to like be like, oh, we're so happy to see your little skinny ass again. And then like not even like maybe 15 minutes later, it said that he was actually found dead, and he was that body that was found in the river. Actually, his funeral was today. I didn't go. I was at work, but I saw some of the live stream of it, and it was very nice. It was really well done. It was sad. It was very sad. I didn't know him really well, but he seemed like a really, really cool, nice guy. And it really sucks. I guess like what happened was like he went missing. I guess now it's been over a week now. Uh, but he had been missing for 5 days, and everybody at work was like, "Where the hell did he go?" Um, and they found his phone and like his keys or something at Point Park, which is like right by work. So we were all just thinking, "Oh yeah, that's weird or whatever." But we all thought like he was gonna get found. So no, but yeah. Anyway, it turns out like I guess three guys beat him up, and I don't know. They tossed him in the river. We don't really know yet what happened, but they really beat the crap out of Steve. And he wasn't a big guy. He was a little dude. I think he was only like 130 some pounds, like soaking wet. He wasn't a big guy, so it's not like any of that was even necessary. They only caught one guy. I think it was like Jose something. So there's just two dudes running around, and I think that there's also somebody else involved, but they haven't really talked about it yet. But he was seen with a girl right around before he was disappeared, but I guess she wasn't on any of the CCTV or anything, so I don't know. I don't know if she actually had anything to do with it, but nobody seems to know who she was or anything, which is kind of weird. Because they know who the three guys were, but who's this girl? Who's this mysterious girl? But either way, it's really, really sad. He was around my age. I thought he was a lot younger. He just had a really amazing energy. And Steve was a really cool dude. And I remember I'm really glad it was a closed casket funeral, but I guess it had to be because he was in the river for maybe 4 or 5 days. But I don't want to think about him like that. And I remember I was wearing this at work, and he thought it was really, really, really cool. Well, I wasn't wearing at work. I was leaving work, and he was coming in. And he had one just like this, and it was a black one, like furry Kangol hat. I feel, I think I want to remember him that way, not as a sad, beat up person. And it's awful what happened to him, and I hope they catch the rest of the people that did this to him, because it was definitely terrible. It was injustice, if they don't get caught. I mean, it's Pittsburgh. It's not like a huge place, you know. They should be caught by now. They have them on camera and stuff. Like, where are these people? And and it wasn't written the best way of like when they were looking for him. They're like, oh, he left the Wyndham at midnight. Ooh. Like he was just hanging out there. He wasn't hanging out there. He worked at the Wyndham. He worked with me. He worked with some others. I didn't work. I don't work the night shift, but he did. He closed almost every time he closed. And no, he wasn't just like some random delinquent guy. He was a good dude, and he was really cool. And this is just awful. I think he's like probably the first person I know of that's gotten murdered, and it's terrible. Like, this is some like terrible Netflix show shit. Like, somebody just gets brutally murdered and tossed in the river, and people make jokes about it all the time, but like, I don't know. It's actually really awful what happened to him, and I really hope his family and stuff is, doing okay and they find peace. And I saw some of the live stream of the funeral today, and it was very lovely. It was very well done. It looked really nice, and um, I hope everyone's all right.